Hey there, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for January 2024. Happy New Year to all of you Piscean people out there. This month is going to be all about, for the most part, your social life, friends, and community reshaping your world. A lot of benefits, generous actions, and outside interference in your life are going to be moving mountains in all different kinds of corners of your world. And you're also going to be finding that this month is going to be taking you through a lot of important removals when it comes to binding influences, agreements, or entanglements that may have followed you from the past. And this all gets started at the beginning of the month on the 1st with Mercury turning direct in Sagittarius, your 10th house of career, upward mobility, status, station, promotions, and raises. And Mercury will be here direct until the 13th. And then we also have Venus here from the start of the month through the 23rd. These two in your 10th house of career are all about speeding up your growth and maturation as it relates to your position, likely even setting you up for a big growth spurt or possibly even some kind of important promotion. This could also indicate an increase in your earning power and the speeding up of the rate with which you are accumulating wealth, because that is how Mercury goes to work in an income area such as houses 2, 6, or 10, in this case 10 for you. Venus in your 10th house is also going to be making you, the beneficiary of a lot of important, generous moves, or maybe even a bit of favoritism that could be going on throughout the office, throughout your field, or even amongst your peers, colleagues, and authority figures. And you are also going to find with Venus that a lot of important hookups, professionally and financially, are going to be in the offering for you as well. We also have at the start of the month the Sun and Mars combining forces in the sign of Capricorn, your 11th house of friendships and social networking, your support system, as well as your loftiest goals and ambitions. Now with the Sun here, you're going to find that a great deal of this month is, especially up through the 20th, is going to be all about really strengthening the bonds that you have with your closest friends and allies, as well as also attracting you to the best social environment setups that work for you and you for them. When we have the Sun in the 11th house, this is also going to be a time where a lot of really important bonds in your life are going to be revealed for what they are and strengthened and go to work for one another. Mars here is also going to be bringing you the allies in your life that you know to be important champions or the fighters forward to help you in ways where they are hooking you up with opportunities to break out of situations that have become stuck or oppressive or disadvantageous in any way. However, with Mars, there can also be an added element here where you may also find that the connections that could be disadvantageous that you may have, or maybe unhealthy connections or connections that are working against you, may be revealed and also removed. Venus and Mercury will also be moving into this part of your chart in the back half of the month. Mercury is going to be speeding up the accomplishment of a lot of personal goals that you have that you also share with a lot of friends, as well as also having a lot of friends of yours step in and intervene in a lot of matters on your behalf where your back may be turned, but you might be, again, benefiting from a lot of the work that they do for you behind the scenes. And you're also going to find Venus in the 11th house is bringing a new kind of aliveness to your love life. Things are becoming a lot more adventurous, a lot more outgoing here as well. And for a lot of you who are single or maybe available to new people, it may be through a friend or through your friendship circle that you find new love. And a lot of you who are coupled or are married are going to find that new sparks are starting to get lit in romance because of a great deal of new adventure, stimulating a lot more, let's just say, erotic exploration. We also have a new moon in this part of your chart on the 11th of the month. And this is a new beginning in your social life. And this could actually be a lot of you Piscean people getting a chance to finally get firmly established in the social environment or the social setup that you've always wanted, especially with situations that maybe are better suited to who you are now in the present versus who you have been in the past, recent or less recent. A new moon can also indicate a new chapter in an important bond or friendship that is also sending you and the other, or however many others involved, on a pretty wild adventure. And after that, we've got even more big moves going on with Pluto, the sign of transition, transformation, power, intimacy, and the shadow, moving into your 12th house, and the sun moving in there as well. So with Pluto and the sun in Aquarius together, Pluto will technically be taking some steps in here as early as the 10th, but will be all in and no longer just on the cusp as of the 20th. This is going to be working over a lot of situations that could be from history as it still affects the present. So Pluto in the 12th house of the past is really going to be forcing progress or even elimination of things that do not work anymore or have been constantly working against you or against yours or your best interest or your highest interest. With Pluto in the 12th house, this tends to focus on a lot of evolutions and things that need to evolve, that need to culminate, and need to progress, that maybe you've been working on for a very, very long time, but perhaps too slowly, or again, for whatever reason, have not been able to make any kind of real progress. And this can also indicate a lot of removals of binding influences, involvements, and attachments that have been with you for a very long time, maybe even defining eras of your life, but keeping you stuck there as well. These could be influences, attachments, or involvements that were imposed upon you from others, from the external, or self-created or self-imposed. The sun here is going to be bringing you an opportunity to start to revive, reconnect, or bring back to life things from the past that actually do belong with you, but may have been displaced or maybe frozen, blocked, denied, or, set aside for whatever reason. We're not given ample time, energy, or priority. And this could be, again, because of a personal choice, or this could be externally imposed. But the sun is going to be fixing a lot of that up as we go through the end of January and on into February. We have a full moon in the sign of Leo on the 25th. This is your 6th house of work, reputation, your schedule, the teams that you're on, as well as the teams that you serve with, and what you get for the services you bring to the world. And this can be a job description change. This could be a team change. This could be a profile change and an important reputational shift, both professionally and socially. A lot of the image that you have maintained for a lot of circles, public circles, is going to be up for transition. But what we also see is an opportunity to leave a self you have been behind. With a full moon in the 6th house, this could create a rather dramatic shift in your routine or maybe the way you kind of run your world for the foreseeable future. But this is also an important departure to brighter horizons for you as well. Finally, we also have Uranus turning direct in your 3rd house of communications, pacts, promises, commitments, collaborations, and helpful third parties, which, of course, we've talked a lot about that kind of thing in this video, but Uranus turning direct in the 3rd house is quite intense, because Uranus being the planet of spontaneity, revelation, revolution, invention, innovation, can also, shake things up in a very turbulent way as it relates to our social network, our social surroundings. But it's also a time where you may be finding out about some really important important hookups that you're going to be getting through your network, through your friends, through your allies, that may still turn your world upside down in order to achieve and in order to take on. I absolutely recommend that you entertain these things, and you may find that with Uranus in the third house, a lot of distances are getting closed between you and important goals and important people. And maybe even in the closing of those distances, there could be some worlds getting turned upside down. But remember, Uranus is also about progress, innovation, and inventiveness and genius. And so this could all come together in a chaotic way, but in a beautiful way. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.